Hello everybody and welcome back to another My Porch Prints tutorials. This is Kyra and today we are going to be making this Christmas mailbox pocket journal, and you can find the link to this digital kit down in the description box below. It is available in our Etsy shop right now, and as you can see I went ahead and cut everything out ahead of time, including these pages here. Everything is printed on cardstock, but the pages you don't need to print on the back of them because we're going to be folding them in half, so make sure that you don't cut this line here. You want these pieces attached to one another, otherwise the pages won't work. And then we have the front and back cover pieces, which come with this little pocket here. And you will be able to see the back of these when you assemble your full journal. So this kit does come with a decorative paper you can use to print on the back of all of these other little pieces. It also comes with a guide we can use to punch our holes. And then it has a bunch of little tags and like larger ephemera pieces that we can use to fill the pockets in the journal, as well as some like little fussy cut pieces and some little photo cards that you can use to decorate however you want. Of course, you don't have to use all of the pieces here if you don't want to, but I'm going to try to use as many as I can today while decorating. And then this kit actually does come with a freebie that we're going to be giving away, which is this sheet of all these little labels here, these like Christmas labels. And I printed mine on sticker paper and cut them out with the Cricut, which we do have a tutorial on how to do, so I will link that down in the description box for you if you want to try making Cricut stickers. But these are really handy for decorating, so this will be a freebie available to everyone, so just check down in the description box so you can get that freebie for yourself. So to begin actually assembling everything, you're going to want to take your first card here and fold it in half like this. Make sure that it is right side up if it has any writing or something like that. And then taking our glue, we're going to add it to the bottom and along the edge of the card, just like this. And you want to keep the glue as thin as possible and as close to the edge as possible to leave you as much room as possible inside the pocket for when we add our ephemera. So go ahead and glue that shut, and then it should function something like this. And we're just going to continue that with all of the cards that we have here. So folding them shut, gluing them shut. And when that's done, they should look something like this. And now we're going to start punching our holes. So go ahead and take the little guide that comes with this kit and then take a hole punch, and we're going to punch out the holes marked in the guide just like this. And then using that guide, we're going to grab one of our cards, and you want to make sure that you're punching along the side with the glue. As you can see here, it has less room than the folded side, so that's why we're going to punch our holes there to leave as much room in the pocket as possible. So you want the folded edge to be on the right side, and you want the glue side to be on the left side. All right, and then we're going to take our guide and we're going to line it up with the left side here. You can see it's got little instructions on it, so just follow that. You want to align the bottom with the bottom of the card. And I'm going to use a little clip to keep mine from sliding around here while I use a pen to mark all of those holes onto my card like this. All right, and then we're just going to punch all of those holes out. And then for the cover, before you punch any holes in the cover, you're going to want to glue that pocket down, otherwise it will cover up your holes that you punch. I did leave the top of my pocket open, however, I would recommend doing the right hand side if you don't want to cover up the words at the top when you add ephemera. So if I could redo this, I probably would have left the right side open and then tucked ephemera in that way, like from the side. All right, so once you have that pocket glued down, now we can add the holes here. So we're going to take our card and kind of adjust it so that it fits in the center kind of the cover. We don't want it sticking out, so I'm gonna just kind of align it until it fits inside of the design. Something like this should work. And then I'm going to mark my holes again using the card as my guide this time. And we're gonna punch all of those out just like this. And then to do the same thing to the back cover, you want to make sure that you flip the cover over like this, because all of the cards are going to be sandwiched in between them. So you want to make sure you're punching it on the right side. So flip that back cover over just like this and align it with the front cover. And then we're going to, again, mark those holes using the front cover as our guide, and then punch them all out of the back cover like this. And then for the rest of your cards, you can either use your first card as the guide, which is what I do, or you can use the guide that it comes with and line it up, and it'll do the exact same thing. So it's just whichever one you want to use. So go ahead and punch the holes out of all of the cards, making sure to stick to the left side and the side that you had the glue on. So once all of those are punched out, you can do some extra decorating here using distress ink if you want to, just to add a little bit more contrast, a little bit more warmth and a vintage feel if you desire. And again, we have all of our supplies linked in an Amazon affiliate shop down in the description box. So if you don't have distress ink and would like to get your hands on it, you can go ahead and do it by finding that link down below. And speaking of that Amazon link, we also have this 3-ring binder here, which is like a fixed ring binder so that the pages don't flop around so much and it just keeps things nice and tidy. So again, you can find that down in the link below. And I'm just going to start with the back cover, then add all of the pages and the front cover and close it up. And so now we have our little journal that we can begin to decorate. So I'm going to keep my decorating really simple today. I'm going to use a little bit of puff tape and some like mini paper clips and glue, and that's pretty much it. If you wanted to, you could use, you know, little bows or ribbons. You could add stitching to the pages, which would be really cute. There's a lot of creative ideas I'm sure you could implement here, but like I said, I'm a little low on time, so I'm just going to kind of keep my decorating really quick and simple here. So I'm going to start by decorating the cover, adding a little fussy cut, and then as you can see, when I add some little items into the pocket here, it does look really cute, but it covers up those letters. So like I said earlier, you might want to keep the right side open and tuck it in from the right instead of the top. That's kind of just up to you preference wise. And then I'm going to be taking my larger cards here and I'm going to start filling up my pockets. You can also use some of these pieces for decorating if you want to. So I'm going to take 2 of those like larger labels and decorate the front and back cover here. Just be careful not to accidentally cover up the holes that you punched. Otherwise, you're going to have a bit of a hard time closing your journal again. And then I am taking these little like folio cards and I'm going to put those in the front here so that you can see them. So I'm kind of staggering my pieces from smallest or shortest in the front to largest in the back so that you can kind of see all of the layers. And I decided to use some of these little like fussy cut characters here by just gluing them down to the page. I thought they were too cute. I didn't want to cover them up inside the pocket, so I'm going to be using them to decorate. Again, you don't have to do that if you don't want to, but that's what I'm going to do for mine. And you can use these to create like little tuck spaces if you want. You could also like print out the decorative paper that comes with this kit and cut it up to make larger pockets if you would like to. I'm going to be using just a couple of these mini paper clips. Again, these are linked in our Amazon shop too, and these are really handy for decorating like mini journals and mini books and things like that. You could use just a regular paper clip, but they're just a little bit thicker, so that's something to keep in mind. And I'm just going to add in my faded photos using those little paper clips. And then on the back, I'll just tuck in a couple of those little mini fussy cuts here, just like this. And once I've got all of those down, the next step is just to use the remaining fussy cuts however you like. It comes with like these little faux wax seals you could use. Like I had this card that's shaped kind of like a letter, and I thought that would be a good place to use one of those little wax seals. And then I'm just going to go ahead and use up the remaining fussy cuts to finish decorating. And this would make a really good gift for somebody if you want to like tuck little like gift cards or money into each of the pockets or something like that, or even just like nice little sentimental letters. And you could put this in someone's stocking as like a stocking stuffer. You could also use this almost like an advent calendar if you have enough pockets here, where like every day there's like something nice inside each of the pockets that you could gift to somebody for Christmas. Or if you have a friend who likes junk journaling and crafting, this is a fun way to gift Christmas ephemera to craft with. So a lot of little ideas here. I'm sure there's more that I just haven't thought of. Like maybe you could put like personal photos that you print out and put each of those like little mini ones in the pockets. I think that would be cute and very personal too. If you have any ideas, leave them down in the comments below. I'm very interested in how you use these. I know that we have multiple pocket journals in our shop, so maybe you just just collect them and like making them as kind of a quick craft. But yeah, however you use these, leave a comment down below. And if you're not already a part of our Facebook group, you can join that and share pictures of how yours turned out. We always love to see how you use our projects and how they turn out and what kind of cute ideas you come up with for decorating them. All right, so I'm getting to the end here of my project. Again, this probably took me like from start to finish 20 minutes. So it's a really quick project that you can just kind of do in a simple afternoon if you're just looking to make something and have a little bit of fun. And of course, we do have that freebie again down below, so don't forget to snag that before you leave today's video. But this is kind of how it all turned out here. You can see it's not a ton of effort, but it still looks really cute, and you get all these very fun decorative layers here, very Christmassy, very traditional, very cute. So that is going to finish up today's tutorial. Thank you guys so much for crafting along with me. I hope that you guys had fun and maybe got some inspiration for some of your own ideas to make your own little pocket journal here. Please remember to like and subscribe to help our channel grow, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye!